I had you pinned as a grocery delivery guy. I thought you would have your food delivered to the home. You need to squeeze the cantaloupes. You need to sniff the fresh basil. You need all that. You need that experience.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Come on. I got to go in there. I got to do the whole thing. I got to order my deli. I get the time. I go middle of the day, so I'm not really up against everybody else. That's where I get the cat food. I do get things delivered. Don't get me wrong. I'm not above of it.
At the deli, are you a demanding slice thickness person? Do you demand a certain thickness of slice via either cheese and or deli meats?
No. I do have an answer.
You're a standard cruising model slice.
I will explain it momentarily. This is important. Brandon Greco, well, the aforementioned grocery store I mentioned, John Ausherman, Kirk Wolf, and James Stevens heat them up. They're going to back them up. You know, they offer you a sample if you want. Like, would you like to try this sample?
Yeah. So
right?
It's fun. That's for kids, but you do it anyway. That's
of course.
For
well, I got to make sure it tastes good. But
yeah.
Now they have created this end cap kiosk kind of thing, where they just put the most popular items already cut, already sliced. You don't have to wait at the counter.
But what good's that?
Well, my stuff is already there. The stuff that I would get is already made, waiting for me. So I just go. I get some of this. I get some of that. I get the provolone, right? And then I go.
All right.
The gabagool.
Gabagool.
You got to get the gabagool.
The gabagool.
Come on. I think that is the first time we've ever said gabagool.
And here we are. We're continuing to introduce, grow the lexicon of drag racing.
Yes, thank you.
The gabagool is delicious, by the way.
Of course.
Quadratic is the number one qualifier, that non-completed 646 run. All four of these cars are aiming to run about a second quicker than that, if not more.
Yes. Well, as I started to say momentarily, in the process of qualifying.
Yes.
Like everybody is out here trying to do what's best for them in the moment. Sure, everybody wants to go to number one, but not everybody is capable of going to number one. They want to lay down a pass in this first qualifying session that is going to enable them to run better in the next session and tweak at it. And everybody is on a different program. As Angel turns the corner, we are going to see what these guys have got. Brandon Greco, I know, has got a very quick hot rod. He's capable of going into the top half.
So Kirk Wolf smokes the tires. Brandon Greco is making a full pole, and he goes 5:33.3 at 273 miles per hour. Ausherman, Wolf, and Stevens will go back to the drawing board, 698, 1078, 1041. But for Brandon Greco, off the trailer, not a bad way to start things.
Absolutely. And now the team is going to go down there. They're going to download the data. They're going to look at that run. And for all intents and purposes, they've taken the lead in the race within a race against those other racers. While everybody else is still figuring out how to get down the racetrack, they're working on making their next run even better. So Brandon Greco, your number one qualifier. James Stevens going to slot in third. Ausherman fifth. Kirk Wolf sixth out of 6 cars. Kelly Kondratic number 2 as our next quad begins to line up.